What's going on, guys? I'm Alex. What? I just said my name randomly. Why did I do that? I don't know. I've got another video this week. How crazy is that? I'm wearing the same outfit as I was in my last Les Talk. It's not because I haven't changed in a few days. It's because I'm recording a couple videos, 3 videos actually, on the one day. I'm being productive. What? So, future Alex, when you're editing this, you're welcome for me being on top of my game this week, and you won't have to try and film a video during the week. You're welcome. All right, so this week I'm getting back into the top 5 because, top 3 videos. Top 3 this video. Because why not? I had this idea and I've been planning to do it for a while. I just haven't gotten around to making the video. But here it is, my top 3 lesbian couple/stories in video games. Now, before I start this list, I'm not gonna lie, this list is only top 3 because I could only think of 3. To be honest, this is my whole list. I might be missing some. I don't know. If I am missing some, please link me to it. But these are video games that have a story based around a lesbian couple or a lesbian character. There's an actual story to it. It's not just like Sims, how you can just date someone and there's no story to it or whatever, or Mass Effect, how the story happens whether you're a female or male, if that makes sense. This is very much specifically a queer story, a storyline. Now, I love video games and I love these stories because I feel like they're just that much more interactive, and they're that much more, I don't know, I feel very connected to it because you're actually playing it. You're actually creating this story, right? You're actually a part of the story, which is what I love about video games. So I thought I would make this list. If you guys are gamers like me and you haven't played any of these games, I definitely recommend checking them out. Or at the very least, go watching some videos on YouTube because there's lots of Let's Plays up. And you can probably watch all of them online if you guys want to. Okay, so to start off this list, at number 3, I'm going to put Gone Home. So Gone Home is a it's an indie game. It's hard to explain. It's really good game. I had no idea what it was when I bought it. People recommended it to me and I bought it. I had no idea that there was actually going to be like a lesbian storyline in it at all. When I first started playing it, it has this really horror game feel to it. It's creepy as shit, and I was like, I don't know if I can finish this because I'm not good with horror games, but I got through it. It's not a horror game at all. There are some creepy bits to it, but essentially the game is about you've been abroad, you've been away abroad, I think you're studying abroad, and you come home to this empty house. Your parents are away, your sister, you're not entirely sure where she is. And the whole premise of the game is just going through your empty house. It's in the middle of the night and it gives you those creepy chills thinking that you can hear things throughout the house like you would in real life. You know when you're home alone and you swear you can hear things in the house but nothing's actually there? It's that vibe that is this game. It's amazing. And you go through the house and try and figure out where your parents are, what's happened to your sister, and yeah. So the lesbian storyline, you don't actually... it's told through like diary pages and like little trinkets that you find through the house, and it's a story between your sister and her new friend that she met. It's basically a coming of age story that you are reliving, I suppose, through her diary entries, through like mixtapes that she's been given from this girl. And it's really cute. She had no idea that she was into girls, but, you know, she's just drawn to this girl. She really wants to be her friend, and it sort of escalates from there. You're like, oh, maybe it's something more, which I think, well, I can personally relate to, wanting to be like friends with so many girls in high school. I'm like, why do I think she's so cool? Looking back at it now, it's like, oh, I'm just really gay. That's why. But it's really cute. Yeah, and I think it's pretty short. I think it's only like an hour or 2 hour long. It's a little indie game. Really cute. Number 2 is Life is Strange. So this is another indie game. If you guys have not seen it, it's an amazing game. I love it so much. Life is Strange. Life is strange. So how do I describe Life is Strange? there is some weird stuff going on in your town. You play as a girl called Max, and you find out that you have this like time traveling ability where you can go back in time and obviously fix your mistakes that you might have made. And the game starts off with you going into a bathroom and this girl getting shot. And you rewind time, you manage to stop that from happening, and that just causes a whole ripple effect of things going down the line. And yeah, there's this mystery going on in the town that you got to try and find out. You have the time travel ability is really, really cool. But the story is just, it's great. It's really amazing. So the Max and Chloe is the girl that you save in the bathroom. They've been friends a while back, and then Max moved. Now she's back and they start things off. They're close. I mean, Chloe's a bit hurt that Max left and didn't really keep in touch, but throughout the progression of the story, they get a lot closer. Depending how you play it as well. Life is Strange is very much like decision-based game, so you can play the game where Max and Chloe don't actually get together and don't develop those romantic feelings. I did not play it like that. I played it very gay, which is great. You have that option. There's obviously another, I think Warren, what's his name? Is another potential love interest. But I played the game where he had no romantic connection to Max whatsoever, and there was more romantic feelings directed towards Chloe, and they both have their own separate storylines, which I like a lot. I don't want to spoil it too much if you guys haven't played it. It's an amazing game. But yeah, it's an adorable relationship. I love Max and Chloe so much. They have a very special place in my heart. All right, on to number one. Number one is the Last of Us DLC. So, The Last of Us is a zombie game that's on the PlayStation. It's on the PlayStation 3. I played it on the PlayStation 3, but then they have a remastered edition for the PlayStation 4. So, The Last of Us is obviously a zombie game, and the main characters are Joel and Ellie. The main character, you spend about 75% of the game, 85% of the game playing as Joel, but then you have some missions that you play as Ellie. So essentially the premise of the game is Joel was given Ellie to deliver to this group of people because she is the key to the cure for zombies. And it's just getting through all these people, all these like bandits and stuff, and trying to get her to the point that he's supposed to. So the DLC is actually a prequel to the game, and it's based around Ellie's life before she comes in contact with Joel, before she comes in contact with the people who handed over to Joel. It's about her life before that happens. It's still based in the era of zombies. I believe Ellie was born or when zombies were around. There's, I think, a 10-year time jump from when you see the zombie apocalypse starting to where the game takes place. And Ellie she might have been maybe a few years old when the zombie apocalypse happened. So she hasn't really known life outside of the zombie apocalypse, which is interesting to see. But this prequel is based on Ellie and her story with Riley. So Riley is a good friend of hers that she meets. And the story takes place, I think, completely in a mall. I think in a shopping center. I think that's right. But yeah, again, this is a coming of age story. Just they're best friends, and they're trying to have some fun in this mall because they don't have a lot of time to have fun in a zombie apocalypse. And they grow closer together throughout the span of the DLC. And it's really cute. It's really well done. I loved it so much. It's not a very long story. It's like 2 hours, 3 hours. It's a DLC. But yeah, I loved it. I loved it so much that they added that story to the game. Even though it's like it's a horror game, it's a zombie game. And Ellie did mention her friend Riley in the main game, but I love that they actually took it back and introduced Riley and that storyline in the DLC. So again, if you guys have not seen it, go buy it or watch it on YouTube. It's amazing. But yeah, that's my top 3. It's a long top 3. I had to describe the video games. I don't know. Like I said, I have a very close connection to video games, I think. They're able to tell a story unlike any other medium, which is great when they do it right. But they don't seem to, there doesn't seem to be many of those stories out there, which is unfortunate. And I'd love to see more come out. But yeah, those are my 3 that I think you guys should check out if you haven't already. Yeah, that's it from me. I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.